Welcome to this week's episode of DownStream Outdoors. This week on DownStream Outdoors, we're going to start off with the ways to sponsor the show. Of course, the obvious: like, share, comment. Like, share, comment. Any way you find us, Facebook, YouTube, no matter what, like, share, comment. Secondly, you can buy some of our products. This week's featured product is our DownStream Outdoor line of spinners. We have in 8 colors, and they come with all quality metal and glass parts, and they're available at places like Aquatic Imitations in the Mountix Plaza in Hollidaysburg, or at Saxon Outdoor Supply along Route 26 in Saxton. This week, we have Maria Dennis in. Maria Dennis is going to teach us a little bit about geocaching. What exactly is geocaching? I'll let Maria tell you about that part.
Hi everybody, I'm joined today by Maria Dennis, and she's going to take us through the basics of something called geocaching. First of all, Maria, what is geocaching?
Well, basically, it is taking billions of dollars of satellites and finding Tupperware in the woods. It's a large treasure hunt that people go on, both in the woods and in the cities, at different places where you find the containers that contain logs and sometimes toys, prizes, things like that.
Is there a particular place that people generally put geocaches?
Well, it all depends. If you're doing more of a rural caching, then you put them up in the woods or state game lands or with permission from property owners. Or in the cities, you can put them in all sorts of interesting places like guardrails, light posts, things.
But basically the idea, the idea is people are to get outside, explore a little bit more, and maybe learn some more about the area that they're in, basically is what I'm getting from you, correct?
Right. We have found geocaches in our own town that we've gone to that we've never been to before.
Fair enough. Okay, great. Now, you kind of brushed on the subject, but why would somebody really want to do geocaching?
It's good to get out and about and get the fresh air, and it's thrilling. It's a fun adventure that you go out and you look for something and find it. And they also have prizes usually for first to find. So if you find a geocache first and get to sign the log, it's bragging rights.
Fair enough, okay. And I assume it's all ages fun most of the time?
Oh yes, all ages. Now there are different difficulties. You can go from a real easy find that's pretty much basically right in front of you to a very difficult find that it not only takes you through the woods, but it's also hard to find. Or with the difficulties, it can be with your mind to think about how you're going to open it and different puzzles to open it.
Okay. Now, what would we expect a common geocache to actually look like?
Well, mostly a plastic container. Literally, it could be any size. You could go from the size of a pencil eraser to a big ammo can, 50 caliber, 30 caliber ammo can, to just plain Tupperware or containers that you can purchase or just reuse.
But basically, a lot of times, the idea is to keep the item dry. I take it from using Tupperware and ammo cans and stuff like that. Is there a reason for that?
Well, you first off don't want to have the animals get into it, so they always say don't put any kind of food items or scented items in the cache. And yes, you want to be able to sign the log when you find it, and you can't sign wet paper.
Okay, what's the purpose of a log?
Well, the log, you can not only log it in the geocache, but you can also log it on the website, www.geocaching.com. And it just tells them that you've been there and that you made it to that place and found it.
Okay, great. I know we have some interesting geocaches around this area, but you're going to take us into the app right now and tell us a little bit more about the app. Am I correct?
Yes. Okay, so on your smartphone, you'll go to your Play Store or iTunes, whatnot, and get the geocaching app. It'll bring it up, and what you do is you find your location by hitting the little button, and see that's the blue dot, and then that shows where the geocaches around you are. The smiley faces are the ones that we've already found. The star ones are the ones that we have placed, and then the ones that are not smiley faces, which unfortunately I don't have too many around here, they will be a little box, and they'll show you what they are. And then what you do, oh, here, see, what you do is you go into it, the Lemersville Cemetery, go to the cache. Now, if you're a premium member, you can get any difficulty or terrain, but right now with the app, you can only go up to 1.5 difficulty or terrain. Then you would have to purchase the $30 a year for the app to give you all access. Now, what some people do if they don't want to purchase the app, they take the coordinates and then put it into a GPS similar to this, and then are able to go find it, but they can't log it right then and there. They would have to come back to a computer. But then when you go and you log the geocache, you can write a little description and tell about your experience finding the cache.
Well, everybody, there it was. That's part 1. We're going to do 3 parts. The next part's going to be finding a geocache. The third part, we're actually going to make a geocache, and we're going to put a prize from DownStream Outdoors for the first to find that geocache. You're going to have to stay tuned to find out the location or the access code to get into that geocache to be the first to find. You know, obviously, not everybody is into fishing like we are, or hunting, or wild edibles, and all these things that we try to enjoy here at DownStream Outdoors. But what we do enjoy the most is nature. And that's one of the great things about things like geocache, is it gets people out of the house. They can get to see nature, they get to see cool sights, things maybe they've never known were in their, even their own hometown. Get out of the house. That's what geocaching does, and it's great for the whole family. So we wholeheartedly endorse geocaching here at DownStream Outdoors, and we're going to do some more of it. So until next time, keep your line wet and out of the trees.